Welcome to Declutter's Delight for Life, and tonight is Decluttering from the Heart. How many of us have to really look at ourselves in the mirror and decide for ourselves, truly, how do we want to look at our hearts and look at the truth of ourselves? And when I found I was being truthful with myself from my heart, it was such a freeing experience to realize, you know what, I can come out of the closet and say, I'm a hoarder. I'm a clutterer. I'm a dis- chronic disorganizer. And one of the things I found that when I came out of the closet is that it was such a freeing experience that my heart opened up and it just soared beyond belief because I didn't have to hide anymore. And one of the greatest things is a lot of people outside there knew I had a problem, but I was unsure of myself and how others were going to react to it because I thought it was just a secret. But it really wasn't a secret. But when I came out and said the truth, everybody was there to support me and give me hope and peace and tranquility. And it was a great thing. And a lot of people were very proud and welcoming and were willing to assist me in whatever way they were willing to because I was willing to be honest with myself. And I know you can be honest with yourself, because I know it's for us, it's more than just about physical space, even though we have a mess in our homes that sometimes represents what's going on in our heads, even though people may not see it. But the good thing about it is that when we realize that we do have a problem or obstacle, as I like to call it, that a whole new world opens up for us because it's like the clouds part and the sunshine comes streaming down. And one of the beautiful things I like to say, a monarch butterfly comes near my rhododendron bush to let me know that something great is about to happen. And I know for you guys out there, when you realize that for yourself, you'll realize that a big thing has happened in your life. It's like you've taken a whole bunch, maybe a baby steps, and then you make a big leap of faith that people will understand and believe and understand of what you've dealt with. A lot of times people will be extremely proud of you for doing that because they know you've had a problem and they know there's been a mess in there, and a lot of times they're more than willing to come out and help you in whatever way possible, and that includes me because I know exactly where you've been, and it's a frightening process for myself. When I came out, I thought, oh my gosh, what are they going to think of me? Am I going to feel like a bad person? But when I realized that I could speak my truth and speak from my heart, then I didn't have to be afraid anymore. I didn't have to hide in the closet. I didn't have to have my skeletons anymore. And as a result, I was able to open up it for my own self to do a lot of my own decluttering and able to move on with my own life and not stay stuck like a gear in a car that is only in one gear. And that's what they do. There are cars out there that stay stuck in one gear and they go around and around and around in secrets. And that's, to me, I call that squirrel cage thinking. And for a lot of us out there who are hoarders or clutterers, that's that's sometimes how we think. We may not realize it, but we do. And also too, in order to compensate for our lack of feeling self-worth, we buy stuff to feel like we're worth something, or we feel like we have a need to have more and more and more something for a feeling of lack in our lives or something that happened earlier in our lives. But that doesn't have to be anymore because you truly all out there are beautiful people. It's only comes down to you willing to be honest with yourself to tell you the truth that you can deal with it. I call it that all of us, I call it in a program I was, maybe powerless over what I deal with, but I'm not powerless over the footwork. But when I start doing the footwork, boy, does the world ever get a whole lot better. And boy, do I have a whole lot more opportunities for myself. And for me, that was a beautiful thing. And I can only have to say is that when you can speak your own truth to those out there, a lot of people will probably be extremely proud of you. Friends, family, coworkers, other folks out there, even your neighbors probably know. And when they know you can tell the truth to them, they know you're on the road to recovery because you can honestly say to yourself, you know what? I have a problem. And that's okay because I have lots and lots and lots of problems myself. And I'm by way no perfect person. And nobody is. If they say they're perfect, well, they must be somewhat, I call God, good orderly direction is what I call it. Good orderly direction. And I know hopefully a lot of you can identify with that. And to me, good orderly direction kind of in a way is a way of organizing myself. And one of my favorite things is a one spot rule is that, okay, I got one spot for one thing. You can do it physically or mentally that, okay, mentally things are going to go here or like one spot. Well, shoes go in one spot, things go in one spot. To me, it's just a simple way of organizing your physical space, if you can remember that, or whatever. But it all begins with you being able to declutter from the heart. Our heart is one of the softest and hardest things to get to. A lot of us have put up a lot of barriers around our heart to protect our heart because we feel like we're going to be hurt if we open up our heart. But truly, when you open up your heart and empty off and get rid of all that negativity and stuff that surrounds it, I know for myself, it was one of the greatest things I could do for myself is being honest. And it's a hard thing to be honest. I know for myself coming to you sometimes on Facebook Live and being honest with you guys is not an easy thing to do. But I believe that to be a person of excellence in front of you guys, that it's required of me to be that way because I think you deserve that and deserve that more than anything in the world because you guys have been hurt in sometimes many different ways as kids or as adults or in that. And I don't mean to treat anybody like a victim. And I don't want you to have a victim's mentality or a survivor's mentality or even an overcomer's mentality. I want you to have the mentality of a great winner. And if you can realize that for yourself, boy, the only thing I can have to say is that I am, and if you can say I am after a lot of things in your life, that's a game changer. And if you can think of that when you do things in the morning, you'll probably start to really notice a difference in your life. And when you realize, I am a hoarder, but I can do something about it. I'm a clutterer. I can do something about it. I'm a chronic disorder. I can do something about it. Those are all positive statements and they're honest ones. I think one of the greatest things and joys I've been able to give to you from my own heart is my own honesty to you guys. And to me, it makes my own heart soar to be able to do that. And to me, it's been a part of my journey of my own recovery coming to you guys. And it's helped me greatly too to recover. And I know that you too can recover if you can just realize that it all begins with that first step to, to decluttering from the heart. Have a great Declutter's Delight for Life. Have peace, tranquility, hope, love, compassion, and kindness for yourself and others, and realize that you have a choice in what you want to do in life, and that choice is up to you. Blessings and blessings to you all.